The people of Guararé, Panama, are proud of their cultural history. They work hard to pass on generations of their Spanish colonial folk heritage of song, dance, and craft. Because this region is considered the cultural heartland of Panama, a group of American students from Hanover College traveled to Guararé. The students started their tour of Guararé, Panama, by visiting the Manuel F. Zarate Museum. It was founded in 1969.
Parte del Festival de la Mejorana.
¿O tú quieres hablar en inglés?
No. No pico inglés.
People from Guararé and nearby communities all came together to build this important center.
La bandera significa ser padrino de la obra.
The museum holds many of the artifacts that describe the rich history of the town, as well as a diverse sample of Panamanian crafts, musical instruments, sculptures, clothing, and documents. The festival coincides with the celebration of the patron saint festivities called Virgen de las Mercedes. At each festival, a queen is crowned and she presides with her court over the festivities. The Hanover students also visited the artisans who handcraft costumes for the festivals, such as the Diablico Sucios used during Corpus Christi. The masks create a vivid image of the battle between good and evil.
Just to see him making the mask and then to turn to your left and see all of the masks that were already done and painted, they were just so beautiful, and to see all of the work that went into it was just incredible, because you look at something in a store or at the market and you're like, oh, this is cool, and you see the price and you're like, I don't know if this is worth this much money, whatever, and then when you go to behind the scenes and you see the people who make them and how much time they put into it and the effort, you're like, wow, this is honestly worth so much more than I could ever imagine, because it's not only their work that they're putting into it, but it's also their culture.
They call it like little pearls, but it's not real pearls.
At a co-op for the folk artisans, students learn about the time-consuming process of making tembleques. While these are made of beads, the tembleques made of gold and pearls can reach up to prices of $15,000.
Y otra flor, pero porque se trabaja primero estos pétalos, puros pétalos.
Who's your artist?
Panamanian women wear the tembleques with polleras.
Panamá tiene 10 provincias. La única provincia que trabaja las polleras a mano es esta provincia.
So Panama have 10 provinces, and the only province that makes polleras by hand is this one.
Escoge la labor.
So when the customer is coming, it choose which pattern and color they want. They cannot randomly pick whatever. So it says you cannot choose dogs or dragons. So they can do 5 for each pollera of this, and they have to be 6 yards and a half, and each of them may have different amounts of sticks used and strings.
Polleras can take between 6 months and a year to be completed, which is why they are so expensive.
They're using the polleras that they have right now have their size, her size, and that's why she says that she's short.
Student Cassie Hendrickson got to try on a pollera.
When I put on the pollera, I felt like a complete princess, and I felt so special. And to see the woman reaction once she put it on me. She was like, "Oh, bonita," and I just felt so cool. And then when Maddie and I came out and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, like spin around and all this stuff," and like she was teaching me how to hold up the sides of the skirt, it was like a transformation, really.
The Marinara is an instrument carved from a block of cedar wood and is shaped like a small guitar. The festival of the Marinara is a 4-day-long event that occurs in the month of September. Next, the maker of drums and castanets.
It's not using necessarily many electrical devices in your tools. They call guanacaste, and here corotu. So that's what they're using here, and he will try. So what he's doing in there is that he's trying to make it the most symmetrical design, even shape in here.
Zapateo tiene que ir con esto.
A dancer holds a pair in each hand, clicking the clappers together rapidly.
Yeah. What am I doing wrong?
Try to do like this.
Wiggle your
this.
hand.
There you go.
It's hard to like, yeah, it's hard to do at the same time. Yeah, there you go.
Like this, you're gonna do like this. You have to do like that. That's the biceps.
Finally, it was time for the class to put all of this together into a dance lesson.
3 steps to the left. No, 3 steps to the right.
Panama has 3 main traditional dances: the tamborito, the cumbia, and the punto. The group learned the cumbia, which is a mix of Hispanic and African music, mainly meant for large groups dancing in circles. The group ends by seeing how it is really done. Local children at the traditional dance school put on a show.
This dance is known as la costeña.